what we observe in the world logistics trends today. For me, logistics brought me tremendous wealth of experience. First of all, because I've been a student myself, and I remember I joined the Logistics Institute in France, not knowing exactly why I was going there. But I remember the people telling me all the time that the world is not only about France, but it's also about Germany, it's about UK, it's about USA, and it's moving. If you don't like movement, you cannot work in this industry. If you like movement, if you like things that change every day, things always different, this is the right industry. At the end of the day, that I am 23 years in this industry, I have some professional experience, I've learned good things, bad things, but it's experience. And because I was so much in international logistics, at the end of the day, I was a French guy living in Hong Kong. I was working for an American company. I met my wife, who is a South Korean, who was working for an Australian company. My daughter is born in Hong Kong, and now we are living in France. So in terms of international exposure, that all comes from the logistics industry. And that's pretty much what the logistics industry is about. Today, you are located in India. Yeah. Okay, sorry. Today you are located in India. When you are not in India, you think about India being somehow part of an emerging group of countries, which we designate under the acronym BRIC. Do you know what BRIC is? BRIC countries? Do you know?
BRICS.
Sorry?
Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Korea, South Africa, South Africa.
Actually, usually we say BRIC, B-R-I-C, but sometimes we put a K, not a S. So it's debatable, but K sometimes for Kazakhstan. But actually BRIC is more like Brazil, Russia, India, China. BRIC was a terminology that we hear 10 years ago, when the whole world is thinking, this market here is a completely mature. This market here is completely mature. This market here is very US-centric still. But Brazil is an exception. So we think about the fact that India, Brazil, Russia, and China will have increasing demand. So with increasing demand for domestic population will come a lot of logistics needs. India 10 years ago is not India today, of course. But in the logistics trend here, we accompany the world economy movement. And the world economy is changing also a lot. As much as we were talking about India for the last 10 years, and we will continue to talk about India for the next 50 years, there is also a lot of new trends emerging right now. The future in logistics, that's okay, that's fine. The future in logistics, too much content for me. Okay. The future in logistics right now is in zones that we did not really explore very much. In logistics industry, there is something that will happen here. Okay? For a very long time, China has been growing on the coast, north and south. Production was all here, close to the ports, and what is ever produced is being shipped overseas to US and to Europe mainly. Now, with the increasing pressure on rates and pricing in general, cost of commodities and everything. The production here is shifting more and more inside the country, a little bit more west, okay? Opening also new logistics needs that were not really even conceivable 10 years ago. For example, here today, you are very close, you are far from the port. Not only you're far from the port, but you have province system, maybe like in India, I don't know, I think it is, where basically you cannot clear the cargo as smooth as you want here to ship it out from here. You have to be very careful. Production here, port here, many things can happen along the way. More and more new logistics needs have allowed new solutions to take place, like train to Europe. We do a lot at Damco, we do a lot. I do a lot also personally. So train going from China into Europe, into Russia, but no more only by air, which is very expensive, or by sea, which is very long, and sometimes can be also very congested. Okay? So we have a lot of needs. The fact that in China the production shifts a little bit west allows also more and more Chinese companies to be really more competitive, to also supply more and more into India and into the intra-Asia region, which is a very fast booming region. So solutions by sea, solutions by air, solutions by road, everything is possible, solutions by rail, but there is a growing demand here. So what we see also in this region is that in terms of increasing needs, we also have the rise of countries like Bangladesh, which is phenomenal, especially for anything that has to do with textile, garments, etc. But the demand is phenomenal. Unfortunately, they have had also their bad times a year ago or a year and a half. As you heard, a big accident in the one factory called Rana Plaza in Dhaka, where many foreign brands were caught in employing, children and all these kind of things, compliance things, make all the European and American brands think about shifting production from Bangladesh to Cambodia. Cambodia was not ready. No logistics infrastructure. You have to go there. You have to accompany your customer. Your customers, they change the production source. They go where the money is, where it's cheap. And you have to accompany these solutions around the logistics and transportation to accommodate their needs. Okay? So what do we observe also here in the trends today in global business is also Africa. This is the next big thing. Today, Africa, some pockets of growth, especially here, that part here, double-digit economic growth, so pretty interesting. But the rest of Africa, very unstable, not cheap. And if these countries have some growth, means the others they can have. So you have a little bit of growth here, you have growth here, Morocco, you have growth here, and you have all these parts. What is happening right now is that if you look at Africa today, you can see that this part of East Africa is also very close to India, very close to China. Meaning there is growing demand here because the middle class society in India is getting more and more important. Same in China. Europe is already mature, but you still have the pressure on cost. So you observe today that there is a trend in starting to shift production for low-tech manufacturing goods, textile in particular, production shifting here in order to supply the rest of the world, including your area. New logistics needs, new solution requests in areas where, yes, you can manufacture a pollution, but you cannot ship it out because you are not allowed to do air freight shipment from Ethiopia, for example. There is no license. You cannot do it. So you have to truck it somewhere to ship it out by air. By sea, it's a very unstable. So in this industry, once again, it's all about movement. So wherever there is something moving, the capital, the production, the goods, the logistics will accompany behind to make sure that obviously it will cater to the needs of customers in the world and lead it together with the producer of the world. Do you understand what I'm saying, or is it nonsense to you, or I'm just talking as it comes? Huh? Okay. All right. Okay. What we observe also in today's global economy as well is more and more production that has been really heavily transferred to Asia 15 years ago. When I say Asia, I mean India also. Has also moved a little bit as well. A lot of people have said that we probably have transferred too much production to China, India, Vietnam, etc. It's about time now to be really more close to our customers. In a fast-growing economy, time to market and reliability is a critical factor for selling goods and make money. So more and more people have started to say, hey, you know what? China is cheap. It is. It is less and less, but it is. But what if the documents are wrong? What if the vendor is not reliable? What about the payment issues? What about the weather condition? If there is some typhoon, or what if there is a political instability in China tomorrow? There are a lot of risk. And the problem is that the economy doesn't like risk. They don't like it. Bankers don't like risk. Business people don't like risk. In fact, they don't like risk. They want to make money before they invest. So, okay, however, it's not possible. So some things have changed a little bit also, where you can see now more and more, when I will talk about Europe and North America, in Europe right now, a lot of production has shifted to Turkey, Egypt, Morocco, Tunisia, which is a little bit more expensive, but very close to the market, very close to the consumer. So, production moving, great, but what about the shipping line, airline, customs? We need to accompany our customers, because we sometimes go in area where somebody has decided to produce, but has absolutely no idea how to bring to the customer. Do you understand what I'm saying? Okay. Same with North America, exactly the same. Not with Turkey. Turkey is too far from North America. So where did the US importers, where did they put some closer production? Where? To? South America? No. But close. Where did they move production from China to supply North America, but close to North America market? Cheap production, but close to America.
Cuba?
Where?
Cuba? Mexico?
Mexico. Today in Mexico, in this area here, in the north, you have all the car manufacturers. HP, Apple, you name it, I don't know all the brands, okay? They are all here because when they manufacture here, they distribute across the border to the biggest consumer market in the world. So there is production here. But the components, they still need to come from somewhere. So you have a whole chain of logistics activities taking place between vendors, the vendors of the vendors, the vendors of the vendors of the vendors, the assembly plants, the distribution channels, the distribution warehouse, the final customers. Lots of jobs, lots of opportunities. You say you want to be in freight forwarding? This is your business plan for the next 20 years. Very easy. So, what's good with your, back to India, what is good is your own domestic market here, is that it still remains a super competitive exporting market, no doubt. Lots of technology has been transferred here, automotive, heavy industry, high-tech, etc., pharmaceutical now, etc. But what is good for you also is that your domestic market is never ending. So until we are all dead in this room, and old and dead, the India market will continue to grow. So India market is super, it's a gold mine, also for me and for my customers. 1.2 billion population or something like that, or more. Problem, infrastructure, still weak. It's a problem because customers always want their goods faster and faster and faster. E-commerce development, great, but infrastructure remains a little bit weak. It's improving, it's increasing, but there is a lot of opportunities for people who just want to stay in India to obviously make a career in logistics. Because what I'm telling you today is only my belief, my experience, will probably be completely different than if I come in 5 years from now, because it's always moving. When I was young, I was living in Bordeaux, which is where I grew up. Nice place. The wine from France comes from Bordeaux. That's where I grew up. You can see. But the logistics business for us was really about trucks between France and Germany. First economic partner of France, Germany. I'm not going to take a ship. I go by truck. First business partner of France today, China, India, the new economy, South Korea, Japan, etc., etc. So it has completely changed. Completely changed. Where you have new airports here, you have new capacity, you have new aircrafts with more capacity, you have vessels, they carry up to 18,000 or more, 18,000? How many?
600.
That's a lot of money on one vessel. But that's really what is happening today. Not to forget also the Russia market here. Now, of course, it's a little bit kind of posing a little bit because of the ruble depreciation on the global market. But these are also areas where there will be growing demands. Today we have more and more customers asking us about logistics solution in Kazakhstan. But it's not complicated in Kazakhstan. People who do logistics of oil and gas for 25 years, they do it in Kazakhstan, no problem. But for a small carton, by air, what airport, what solution, have to be creative. Experience, curiosity, and appetite for moving world, moving things is what logistics is all about. If you have the passion about logistics, you will be successful. If you have the passion for something that is always changing, you will be successful. If you are passionate about staying in an office and put some stamp on the document, this is not logistics. It's good, it's important, but it's not logistics. Logistics, curiosity, and ready to destroy what it has taken you 5 years to build yesterday. Okay. Global competition, that's also a major factor. When I was young, my competitors again, they were Germans or Italian. Today everybody is an enemy. Indians, Chinese, South Korean, everybody. But everybody comes with solution. Everybody wants to make money. Everybody is creative. Everybody, wants to make it happen. So it's quite booming. I'll just tell you a little bit about the business that I'm managing today. That is another aspect, if it's okay. Just tell you a little bit about the business that I manage today with Syed and the team in Damco. You know Damco or you don't? Yeah, you know Damco. Good, you know Damco. Damco, if you're a customer tomorrow, you must use Damco. So, Damco is a global freight forwarding company, but also very specialized in what we call supply chain services. I'm not going to talk too much about it, but we do a lot of freight forwarding. And the business that I manage today is a customer called Decathlon. I will write it here because I'm not sure if everybody knows this one here. You know them? You know them?
Chennai store is still pending. Chennai store opening is still pending. Maybe once it is here, it will be.
But most of you know the name?
Yeah, Bangalore and Kochi.
Second largest retailer of sporting goods.
It's come last December, so we have postponed to service.
Second largest retailer for sporting equipment.
Kochi to Nepal.
Yeah. So it's a French company. It's a French company. They have been created in 1976. This company is a French company. They young company. They are headquartered in France. Do you? I will make a guess. It's just a game because actually you don't know the answer, so I'm just playing. Do you know where in France basically is their headquarters? Do you know where Decathlon? If you know a little bit about France, you may know some cities. So give me one or two cities where you think Decathlon headquarters, global headquarters is located. Paris? Wrong.
Marseille.
Eh?
Marseille.
Now they would love to, but no. Any other place?
Marseille CMACG.
Yeah, of course, it's the city of CMA. Any other city you know in France? It's not in Marseille.
Bordeaux?
It's not in Bordeaux?
Bordeaux?
I would love to, but no. Basically, let's make it simple. That Decathlon today, whatever you pronounce it, I pronounce it the French way, so Decathlon. Decathlon is actually, let's say, it's an image. Huh? They are globally headquartered from the most beautiful city in France called Bangalore. Here.
Oh.
Okay? It's an image. It's just a joke. Just to picture what I just tried to share with you before. Decathlon is headquartered officially in Lille, north of France, close to Damco. They are located here, but their global CEO, who is a guy that is in the company for 20 years, has been managing Decathlon in India for the last 7 or 8 years. He's a French guy, his name is Michel Abalea, and he's based out in Singapore, in Bangalore. When he was nominated before last summer in 2014 as global CEO, he said to his management, to his board of directors, he said, I am not going to manage Decathlon from Lille. Decathlon, we already control 50% of the market. We are not going to grow. Only the competitors will come and we will fight. But we are not going to grow 50% of the market. In Spain, 60% of the market. And not the customers. We cannot do more. Italy, we know, etc., etc. What he said, I stay in Bangalore because I want to open 300 or 400 more stores in India in the next
100 is what it does. 100, 100.
per year.
No, maybe that's the plan as of now.
Yeah, that's the plan. But basically, in reality, their expansion plan is here. Their expansion plan is here. Their expansion plan is here, everywhere. China is their third market in the world. And they are successful. So they say, if we can do it in China, we'll make it in India. Now with the new retail law since 2 years, we can do, and they were the first foreign company, I think, to really invest in the retail segment after the law was easing foreign capital to come in and people to trade under their name. So, for my job as a global account director, I have to ensure that, I mean, basically I live here, but it's a big problem for me. Because 2 weeks ago, I have to go with Damco team in Bangladesh. This week, I'm in India. I come back to France this week, Tuesday. Next Sunday, I have to be in Vietnam. And then I have to be in Panama with my customer. So my customer says, Panama, maybe we should build a distribution platform for Latin America. Okay? Have Damco in Panama? Yes, but I don't know what we will do. I have no clue, but we will go. We will definitely go. That's what logistics is also about. I have to adapt, talk to Vietnamese in 1 week, and the week after I have to talk to South American. I don't even know how to say good morning in Spanish. No, actually I know, but that's what I Okay, so it gives you an idea. So in the global business today,